up on some other stuff, so y'all make sure to go check that one out if you missed it. But I hope this air isn't coming off weird with you guys, because I don't know if you're hearing. Let me see if I close this. I think I might be better. But yeah, you guys, I'm on my way back home, and so there were a few things that I was looking at. Sorry y'all, let me close this. There was a few things that I was looking at, you know, obviously while I was, you know, out with my niece and nephew. That's why I just got done dropping them off. That's why I kind of was able to upload, you know, just as much, you know, this past week. Oh Lord, it's starting to rain. Here come the rain. Here come the rain. Texas is getting so old with this BP weather. Let me go ahead and turn these hoes on. I hate driving next to 18-wheelers in the rain. Like, I cannot stand it. I don't even like driving next to 18-wheelers, period. I know I'm not the only one when you get close, you be you like, oh, I'm getting on past this one. I'm not doing it today. Not doing it today. Drive clean on past you. That's what I'm about to do right now. Everybody doing the same thing. Let me go ahead and get on past Mr. Average Company right here. Okay, all right, y'all. And the irony, y'all, this 18-wheeler I'm about to pass is a Walmart 18-wheeler. Oh Lord, shout out to Tracy Morgan. Oh Lord, let me get on past Walmart, because we know y'all drivers ain't shit. Let me get on past you. Move on over. All right, now we in the business. All right, now I'm in a little more open area. So yeah, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the topics of the things I was looking at. So first things first, I really kind of want to get into Kash Doll, because Kash Doll, I'll do Kash Doll and then Chaotic and Scrappy, because that is a mess. But yeah, Kash Doll this past week basically talked about not being were they married? Were they married? Was that for her fiance? No, they weren't married. I remember what it was. They weren't married. And so she was like, why would I tie myself to somebody like that? She's like, that just make it harder for y'all to split up. You're damn skippy. But I love how men always love to play the we don't get married because it financially messes us up. Like, the men don't never have no what do they say? The men don't never have no resources for after divorce. People just like spit them out like we don't get no help. First of all, who's supposed to help y'all? Y'all complaining about shit as men, but y'all do to fix it as men. Like, I hate to say it this way, but the shit that y'all are complaining about is not women's problem. It's not our problem. Like, for real, it is not our problem. But we so desperately need y'all to get y'all shit together, because unfortunately, even though it ain't our problem, we are collateral damage to the shit that y'all refuse to fix. I.e., for example, racism. Racism ain't black people problem, is it? It ain't black people problem, right? We ain't the ones that, like, it ain't our problem, it's white people problem. But unfortunately, we gotta, you know, insist on them fixing their about racism or changing their views, because we're collateral damage. I.e., unfortunately, this situation that happened this past week as well with Sonya Massey. You know, I touched on that a little bit in my past video, but I did want to touch really fast on it as well. I'll get back to Kash Doll. With Sonya Massey, that dude that got arrested, the police officer that called her a crazy, okay? The fact that she said, I rebuke you, and that almost kind of put the energy out there for him to become the exact thing, it's just kind of weird. But also, we black people, that's what we say, man, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, don't you come to me with this bull. Get on, return to sender. Return to sender, I rebuke thee. But I think this was more of a thing of just, like, he didn't care for her life. He's a white man. Why do I care about this black woman? Why do I care about this black woman who actually called me for help? And she had a pot of hot water. A pot of hot water. Now, when his mugshot came up, I knew immediately he was some type of white Nazi, you know, cracker, because of his build. And then I just knew it in my head. The way he looked, I said he looked racist. Like, and then some people allegedly came out and talked about the tattoos that was on his arm that were, they said like typical symbols for people who are in, supremacist groups and things like that. So it's just kind of like we know majority of the police officers are racist, which is why Donald Trump, you really got to be out your thing mind. If you think that we're going to let you get in office and implement some police got immunity, nobody's supposed to be above the law. Even the law like makers, even the law enforcers. Yeah, if you're enforcing the law, that means Negro follow it yourself too. Like, I'm just confused. But because, of course, white people already feel like they're above the law because they're white. It's just a lot. But Sonya Massey, I really hate that. But that dude, yeah. I think he did get charged for murder. Y'all talk about the comments and let me know. But nonetheless, who was I going back to? Sonya Massey. Yeah, Sonya Massey, that situation just with racist white folk, and it's like, as I was saying, like, men's problem, like, especially when it comes to this whole divorce thing, like, it's getting old. Women are losing out on money too, but not only are they losing out on money, but they losing out on time. And that's one of the things I think that men aren't grasping the concept of. When I really just sat down, smoking the good Lord ganja, as Pat Williams said, if you just so happen to light it on fire. Okay, so I was outside and I was just kind of like, it really is kind of a, how do I put this? It really is, I don't know, like, it's just not purposeful for women to attach themselves to men majority of the time, because if there's anything that these men will do, it is waste women's time. And they've said it themselves. They literally say the only reason we approach you just is because we want to, okay? That's it. The reason I bought you these 2 drinks, like Miguel said, how many drinks will it take you to leave with me? It's a good song, but still at the end of the day, what he's saying is, bitch, how much? But then it's real funny because y'all call women hookers or prostitutes. If that's the case, then nigga, you a trick. If I am what I am, then what are you? What's that thing? I know what I am, but what are you? What am I? But whatever, like, okay, if you want to call me a prostitute hooker, if you the one spinning, then nigga, that makes you a trick. So we both got titles in this situation. We both got positions in this situation. And it's just really crazy how men, like, really do forget when they want women to change stuff. It also includes them having to change stuff. And that's the problem that we're having now, because women are elevating. Women are trying to do better. That's why you ain't getting kids. You see the birth rate done went down. But when it comes to divorce, like, especially women with money, the men is out here acting real bitch made. You got Rachel paying her little white man $13,000. Y'all know Halle Berry pay her dude, I think, like $30,000 a month. MJ pay her dude, Mary J. Blige pay her dude. And it's just kind of like, damn, like, these dudes, it's taking y'all. And so now y'all are not only just older women. Y'all know how they're saying how society unfortunately views older women. Once you hit, over 30 and God bless you, don't have no kids, it's like you're defective. That's why the only thing they can swing at Kamala right now is, oh, how can she run the world? She ain't even had no kids. And it's like, ain't none of the presidents had no kids. So what should change with this one? Why it's different with her? It really is like I said in my old video, like, they really started to understand kids were a way to keep women next to them, to keep women in their lives. They talk about this Animal Planet in which, men are polygamous because look at the animals. They all go around and everything, they just have kids. Our job to procreate. Okay. But obviously, as time has advanced, we are the most intelligent of the emotional intelligence, right? Animals, yes, have emotions, but to have the intelligence to regulate them as humans, that's what makes us so special. Like, because we can't do those things. And the one thing you Negroes refuse to do is learn how to regulate y'all motherfucking emotions. Women can't even divorce you right, properly. That's why it's always a story of man came home, all of a sudden was gone. Woman and kids was gone. And you know why? Because you stopped listening. You stopped listening to what she was needing. And you didn't care, as most men, because in the back of their mind, aka Martell, he was one of them. He thought he was going to get away with doing his because Melody had 4 kids with him. They was tied together. And men automatically assume, especially at their age, man, she knows she ain't going to find no man. You know, ain't no man going to want her. Like, they know the fear that is put in women to stay in relationships. And I really F with Kash doll when she said, like, I'm not finna stay in some relationship, but, like, that's bad. 2 kids or not. Like, if he's a good dad, as long as he's in the children's life, parents don't need to be quote unquote together, you know? We just need to see how to interact with other humans in great ways. Now, obviously, the idea of marriage isn't going nowhere. It's just too ingrained in our society's like foundation. But the way marriage operates, I think, is going to start changing. Because even if we do get married, y'all, that's why y'all mad at Will and Jada, because they did it differently. Will went off and did his y'all forgot about that, huh? Y'all saw what show was all Jada about her entanglement, but missed the fact when Will said he was over there in Pottery, okay, over there in Milan, you know, bending Becky over a few times. And so Jada got her get back. And now y'all mad because he F with this woman so hard, he slapped the nigga over her, okay? It pissed y'all off, don't it? To know that a black woman got that. Even after taking another man down, like August Alsina, who you know got that thing, okay? You know he hanging, alright? So, it's just what it is. Like, you define marriage the way you want to. And now that the Smiths are, like, out in the public as living their marriage differently, what they're doing, honestly, is the proper way. Like, we still have this core, you know, household here. We still have this, you know, core place that we all reside. And mom and dad interact with each other in a good way, a good, happy, interactive way. And we're just learning how to be humans and build shit together, because that's what our purpose is obviously to keep progressing. It's 2024. Things are progressing. And that's going to have to include women. So I'm just not understanding how men want everything else to progress, but you want women to stay back in 1964. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And it say a lot about y'all as men when y'all call yourselves leaders. Y'all lead women, and the product that they are is stuck back in black and white, and the whole world is up, and we getting ready to have goddamn tectonic plate floating ass cars and shit on the water. Like, no. And that's why men are upset. That's why they want this, you know, abortion stuff. Why they took back Roe v. Wade. And how the hell we fight for rights our grandmothers already won? Our great-great-grandmothers already won. We won this fight already. Now we gotta do this shit again. Like, damn. We're not finna go to Handmaid's Tale. If y'all gonna pull us down between y'all going down fighting, don't know that much, okay? But nonetheless, Kash doll, I really just it was short and sweet. Like, at the end of the day, I got my kids, we procreated, got my babies, and that's what's up. Like, there always is this expectation, especially when the kids come, to deal with whatever the Negro give you, because y'all got kids together. Oh, they need to see their dad. Oh, you know, I just wanted to have them, you know, see their parents together. Okay, see your parents together, that's great. But when your parents together, though, what are you seeing? Are they seeing y'all being affectionate and courteous and selfless with each other? Or are they seeing their daddy throw their mama in between a washer and a dryer? Let's be real. Pregnant and all. We've heard the stories. So many women out here, even in the midst of being pregnant, carrying babies. We see right now, Daniel Bergoli, a bad baby. She just went through. all that she went through, old dude swinging all her screws loose. But she gonna stay because, you know, the kids need to see daddy in the morning when he ain't doing nothing, though. Because, you know, that Negro ain't doing nothing. She said she made $57 million in the 3 years that she was on OnlyFans. You think that Negro going anywhere? He's gonna treat her like shit because he resents the fact that he depends on her. And all right, Chuck, I'm gonna need you to go. And it's just gonna continue because as a girl, not only she's young, but it also depends on how you're raised. And that's also the crazy part, when society wants to tell women like, well, why did you stay? You know, you chose him, da 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 da. And it's like, y'all almost don't, like, y'all do understand when y'all are saying shit like that, y'all really are like telling women, expecting women not to be a product of their environment. That's what I'm confused by. If a girl grows up all her life being touched by men or inappropriately handled by men, then you see your mom and dad, you know, in a toxic relationship. To think that girl is not going to then, unfortunately, as they say, it's generational trauma, and you have to decide to break the cycle. And it's one of those things that, like, unfortunately, society, they don't want women working on their shit. That's the truth. That's why they struggling now. Women over here working and doing what's necessary and going to therapy and things like that, and we're figuring out, oh, there is happiness outside of marriage and kids. Oh, word? Like, I can be happy and don't have Negro at home that I gotta come home to, where I watch his ass sit on the PlayStation while I cook, clean, do homework with the kids, right? And then I lay in bed and you have the nerve to try to poke me in the back with that thing, asking me for some 99 shout out to Sweetie. You think that's what these men are expecting, right? It's baffling. But women are seeing like, oh, there's happiness outside of that. And if I do have a man in my life, I'm gonna do the same thing. Bro, come over here, okay? Little tune up, okay? Hop on and do a full split. Shout out to Portia and Bolo, okay? Get your Portia and Bolo on. Sorry, y'all, if y'all heard that. And send him on his way. That's all these dudes, utensils, all right? Bring the dick over, drop the dick off, and take it back with you, okay? Because I don't want to take care of you. That's why women aren't remarried. But nonetheless, enough about Kash Doll. Let me go ahead and move on. What y'all think, y'all? Drop down in the comments what y'all feel about Kash Doll and her opinion on that and her situation. Now, speaking of her situation, it's kind of somewhat, we can roll into it with Scrappy and Khaotic. Y'all know Scrappy and Khaotic is beefing right now. The boyfriends is breaking up. It's unfortunate, but I honestly didn't see it. But now that it's announced, I can understand why. As crazy as Khaotic is, I think we all know, just as fans and people who watch Love and Hip Hop, Khaotic is generally like nice, courteous. Like he generally just like out in public. Now, is he gonna treat the woman that he would like shit? Absolutely. Sorry, Erica Baby Hair Banks. Okay, that's always gonna be her name, Erica Baby Hair Banks. If he's with you, is he gonna treat you like shit? Probably. But just in the gist of things, like in comparison to Scrappy to Khaotic, y'all get what I'm saying, right? Khaotic just brings a lighter energy. Now Scrappy, on the other hand, that man is hell on wheels. He's toxic, and that it ensues in the toxic dickery that he's been with this triangulation that he's been doing with Bambi, Erica, and Diamond, right? It's the toxic D. But the dudes with the toxic D typically don't want to address their life's issues and how women really are their backbone. Those type of men only continue to be able to do the things they do because of women, right? His mama enabling him, having Bambi as a wife, you know, she's trying to play her role right. But in the midst of all of that, you taking them bad habits over there to Khaotic. And Khaotic, I'm sure he didn't think he was going to get that type of Scrappy, but guess what? You got him. So now Khaotic and Scrappy, you know, the boy band is breaking up because Scrappy don't want to do the work. Point blank period. Just like he did in his marriage. He don't want to do the work. You know, I think Scrappy is mad at himself, but also at Khaotic. He resents Khaotic for being shameless enough to do the, you know, as he said, YouTuber stuff. I ain't no YouTuber. I ain't no YouTuber. I ain't going to nobody's face. You know, talking about, oh, you don't do this dance, da da da. He's too stuck in his masculinity of what it looked like, you know, just got out of jail bills, you know. And Khaotic ain't like that. Like, he can laugh at himself. Khaotic, you know, he'll do the dances or whatever, and we see he has a following, you know. People like Khaotic. And I think Scrappy is mad at him and resents him that he's able to do something he can't push himself to do. Scrappy, obviously, he's stuck in his, when I was Scrappy, you know, the man on the scene was done for me. I didn't really have to do nothing because me having my name was enough, right? But Scrappy, you having your name is no longer just enough. You're gonna have to do the work, right? You're gonna have to show up to set. And Khaotic even said, was like, yo, I was paying for everything, you know? So it wasn't like I was doing you dirty. I was paying for everything, right? But Scrappy feels like because he was in it, I guess, and his name was attached, like he deserves to come up off something. Like one of his homeboys basically was like, yeah, you know, like you gonna report me on my family, like go on and do your thing, but for the stuff that we did do, you know, you can break me off and you know that be square. Why though? You didn't pay for nothing. Like, and I believe what Khaotic said. I don't know if y'all saw his line. Khaotic was like, yo, anytime I did a booking, like a club gig, you know, I come, but you know, me and Scrappy come for this price, you know? Like he said, I was putting bags, like I was helping you. And that's what Scrappy's used to. He's used to people in his life doing the shit for him. And that's why he's in the situation he's in. You literally just admitted to, oh, when I was down, ain't nobody, you know, was there for me, sleeping on couches, da 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 da. My question is, how do you get in that house you got now if you've been sleeping on couches? Then not only that, if you've been sleeping on couches, then that really kind of validates what Baby's been saying. Because if you ain't got no money now, 9 times out of 10, you didn't have no money in that relationship. See how that works, Scrappy? So when you want to sit there and say that Bambi's lying on you and all this type of stuff, you really been telling on yourself already. But it's really kind of baffling to me that, you know, Scrappy, not only that, Khaotic did discuss how Scrappy, like, he's like, yo, we see each other on set, no nothing. Now all of a sudden, you know, Scrappy wants to do the, oh, you know, we used to see the conversation on Love and Hip Hop. Like, Scrappy is his, I guess, contract and where he really wants his material to go is on Love and Hip Hop because he signed with them. Khaotic might have not signed under Love and Hip Hop because you know when you get on these shows, they be trying to also get a percentage of what you do outside of the show. That's how they get their little kickback because essentially, like, you're using their platform, cool, but to have ownership of certain things and a percentage of certain things, you know, work that out in your contract or whatever. And so Khaotic was like, you know, Love and Hip Hop, that's your platform, you know, but I got mine, so I'm gonna do my shit over here, you know. And Khaotic is right, like, I'm gonna build my own stuff, right? So Scrappy's just mad. He's throwing a fit because he don't like where he's at in life, as most men do when they don't want to face the shit that they did, especially when it comes to blowing up their marriage and having kids and shit like that. You know, I'm kind of having one of those weird moments. You know, you guys, I'm in therapy or whatever, and you know, my last session, I'm struggling. You know, it's really weird when men, after blowing up shit, when they do that crawl back, you know, and they gotta fix shit with the kids, you know, you know how you men do, you F up and then you realize, oh and then you wanna come crawling back, and even if you don't get the woman back, now you gotta explain shit to the kids and, you know, try to fix how that relationship was also done too. And that's where I'm at in life, where it's like, yeah, Dad, I love you and everything, but like, what you did, you know, it affected everybody basically at the end of the day. And you really just be looking at me differently of just how y'all really do not want to address y'all's F-ups with yourselves, you know. And Scrappy, because he hasn't done that, I also like Martell, because they can refuse to do that, they're going to continue ending up in shit. And Khaotic, has a right to feel the way he does about, Scrappy popping up on him on set and everything like that. He's like, that's crazy. Like, bro, he said, you got my number. You got my number, dog. You got my number, dog. You got my number. Okay, y'all know that nigga ghetto. You got my number, dog. You got my number, Scrappy. You my bro. I was with you, and he was. Khaotic was with old dude, but, these niggas ain't loyal. And so, Scrappy, your life is gonna do what it is. Erica, Diamond pregnant, so is that your baby? I'm sure she had to do a few maybe DNA tests, or is gonna have to do one, because I know you didn't stop fucking Diamond. Ain't no way you stopped fucking Diamond, because that's the only way you keep these women in your life with that terrible devil dick. That's just what they do. Okay. So yeah, you guys, speaking of a devil dick, another girl who's stuck on stupid, moving on from Scrappy and Katie. Y'all drop down in the comments, let me know what you think about the Khaotic and Scrappy situation. And do y'all feel like Khaotic has a right to be mad? Y'all feel like, what's the real reason why Scrappy's upset, with Khaotic? I also think one of the reasons too is Khaotic starting to lean a little more on Bambi's side of just being kosher with her. And Scrappy, you wouldn't be mad that people want to be kosher with Bambi. Like, they see the shit that you did wrong. Like, people are gonna fall on the side of right if you live, morally right and ethically right. But nonetheless, who ain't living ethically right or morally right, okay? The minute they stepped into church, they would burst into flames. Christian over there with Jennifer on Basketball Wives. On Basketball Wives, Jennifer got that man Christian. I think he like 8 years younger than her. Let me get this turned. Okay, we got a new donut shop. Wait a minute. Okay. Y'all, sorry, I just I sounded so fat in that moment, y'all. I have a sweet tooth, and so a good light donut, y'all, it's just memories for me, because in school I with the blueberry cake donut, okay, the cinnamon twist, obviously the glaze, and I would get a jalapeno collage, do a little sweet with the donut, a little heat with the jalapeno collage. Oh my gosh, I used to eat that shit up in high school, and then I still do it now, low key. I get it every now and again. But back to it, what was I talking about? Yeah, Christian, that old scammer. He scammed Jennifer out her drawers, and now he about to scam Jennifer out her money. That's what it's giving. Cause bro, you literally on air talking about, I don't got a job, I have a skill, and it's how I make money. And Jennifer's like, yeah, he's a trader, so he doesn't like to call it a job. Like, let's stop playing. I hate when people act like they don't understand what people are asking. Even if it's like, oh, it's a skill how I make money, It's a skill. It's the way you get paid. How you pay your bills. That's what that is. All right, thank you. I love when people get the heads up. I love people who is courteous. Oh, dude gave me the head. Y'all know when you be driving, you flick your headlights to let you know, like, police, hey, 5-0, I'm one of those people, and somebody just did that for me. It's like, yes, thank you, somebody out there who is good with you, because the police, they be waiting. Look, I'm passing them right here, right now, actually. I love people who, just courteous drivers. Gotta love them. Here go the Popo. Hopefully you don't pull up out behind me. I ain't got time today. I literally just got finished paying the ticket, y'all. I don't want any other one. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Christian, he talking about, oh, it's a skill, and it's like, how do you pay your bills? And Jennifer, it ain't looking too good for you, Bookie, because if he still got $250,000 in restitution, you sitting there going up in this wedding, like, he's like, whoa. Jennifer is always starry-eyed when it comes to the things that she wants. I'm assuming she's still getting no checks from old dude because she hasn't married nobody else. And it's like, Jennifer, you married this man. I don't think he's gonna have that security that being old dude, because I think as long as you're not married to somebody else, like, that you still get paid. kind of like Sutton, y'all. But Sutton, she get $300,000 a month, and that's just spousal support. That ain't even child support. The other y'all, Sutton got money, okay? But nonetheless, why Sutton ain't marry nobody else? I just want me a nice little cuddy buddy. Okay, you can be my cuddy buddy for sure. You can run with me, girl. Act like you don't already know. Act like you don't see. We can get on the bed on the floor, right in the me, girl. I wanna take you to H-Town. Oh my God, that song just brought back so many memories. Oh my God, flashback. That, if you know Cuddy Buddy, drop down in the comments if that's your generation, okay? But nonetheless, you know, just give me a little Cuddy Buddy. We spend money, fly together, ride around the world. You know, it's not gonna be old women in the house with cats. Oh no, we gonna be outside. What the fuck? What the fuck you mean? We gonna be outside. That's like, yo, man, the women's got the passports and going on vacations with each other. But nonetheless, what was I talking about? Christian and Jennifer. I just think that Jennifer was one of those girls who grew up behind the gate, obviously, because remember, she didn't know what food stamps were in EBT, right? So you grew up, you know, daddy got me the Louis, okay? Daddy gave me my credit card, right? But those type of girls are always spitting with the bad boys like Christian, right? It's hard to kind of not fall for the charisma, the swag, the suave. They just got it, right? It's just something, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the je ne sais quoi of the slightly, you know, bad boy. You know, it's just hook, line, and sinker if you know, you're in that phase of your life of just not picking the right men, right? But those type of men are charming. You know, that's why a lot of people are like, oh, he can never, because they always give off the charming, you know, it's just, he gonna charm you right out your money. That's all I'm saying. He charmed you out them draws. Now he about to charm you out their money to pay for that restitution. That's what I feel like, because he said, from what I remember on the video, he was like, well, we can't have a wedding until we pay for restitution. So it's making me feel like, low key, he trying to like incentivize her, like, well, babe, you know, the sooner we get this paid off. So what's Jennifer gonna want to do? Because Jennifer wants a wedding so bad, what do you think she's gonna do? That's how my mind. That's how my mind was thinking. I don't know how y'all's was, but that's how my mind was thinking. Right. So, Jennifer, you want to sit there and have, oh my God, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Christian's like, that nigga a scandal, okay? Fraudulent. He about to get locked up just like British Williams did. Like, and you said to me, I didn't know this boy. And then the reason that he got restitution to pay is because of, shocker, his ex and him had a physical altercation. Man, it wasn't like that. You know how dudes will always try to minimize the physicality that they be having with their women, right? Jennifer, girl, if you don't get ghosts, okay? If you don't put your running shoes on, I'm a runner, I'm a track star, okay? And take your old wannabe married ass. Jennifer's just one of those girls who won't be single because she feels like she's too good to be single. And there are a lot of girls who feel that way. Like, I'm a catch, you know, shoot, I look good, you know, I got this, and this. Like, I'm too good to be single, right? And that's what has those type of, like, good women in bad relationships. Because just the title of having somebody, a husband, wife, or a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, just the title of being with somebody else overshadows what they might actually have, because the person you're in a relationship, you're just in a relationship with them just for the sake of it, because you don't want to be single because you feel like you're too good to be single. I can't be single out here. And I feel like Jennifer has an attitude because, you know, she bougie, she feel like she got her nose up, and so be it, girl. You don't want you broke, nigga, I ain't mad at you, you know? But it just was really kind of, it just was kind of crazy, y'all.
Incoming call. Press Uconnect phone button to answer.
All right, y'all. Y'all drop down in the comments. My mom is calling me. I might be back, might not. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna call her right back.